Hello again.
Hi, everybody.
Hello yet again.
That's Bob Morin.
And this is Marianne Morin.
A little change.
And we're here again to do yet another More Stuff show.
Here we are.
This goes just on and on and on. Like the bunny rabbit, the battery never runs out.
I've noticed lately you've been looping things.
Looping.
Loop. Same thing.
My whole life is in a loop.
For 2 hours, the same 15-minute show goes on over and over and over.
Yeah, we do other shows besides the More Stuff show.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to keep them short because stuff gets boring after a while. You know, you keep it too long, people fall asleep to change the channel anyway if it gets too boring. So try to keep it short.
Okay.
So we do some school shows in the Watkins Glen Elementary School. And I try to keep it short, maybe 15, 16, 17 minutes, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Then I put on a 2-hour tape, loop it, so that I've got maybe 10. So the same show plays 10 times in a row on the 2-hour tape.
Yeah.
So if somebody's watching it, you know, you're flipping the channel and you come to channel 5, oh, something's on.
Mm-hmm.
So you can watch it, and then you notice when it's over, it starts over again. It repeats. Well, that makes it easy for somebody who, you know, they can get the information and they don't have to stay there and watch the thing for 2 hours.
There's somebody else, and then somebody
then you
else.
change the channel, go to watch a football game or something.
So it's not meant for you to watch it 10 times.
No, you just watch it and then go watch something else.
And then somebody else will come on in at some point and then be able to see it too.
Yeah.
And the other good thing about having a 2-hour tape is that the tape lasts 2 hours, and we don't have to personally go back down to school
Yeah.
to turn it off. It'll go off automatically.
Yeah, as soon as I put the tape in, the bulletin board stops and the tape starts playing. And when the tape is done, it's automatic. The bulletin board comes back on. We don't even have to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and over a 2-hour span, people can be surfing by and they'll catch the show, and then they'll go on to something else.
So that's
It's
why.
still evolving. You know, this TV stuff is still evolving. We started it. Started this public access channel back in 1990, I think, or 89 even, I think the first time, because when we first started, we'd have to go up to the head end in Montour Falls and the hillside somewhere there and put the shows on. And then that was...
I think it was in 91.
91 when we started doing the church, the St. Mary's Church thing.
In 91, we learned that we had a right to have
Public access.
public access. So then we contacted Time Warner and
It was Cablevision at that time.
Cablevision. Told them we had a show that Bob videotaped at the elementary school. So the very first show
A Christmas sing-along.
was a Christmas sing-along that Ed Lindsay and Carol Lindsay ran that year. So we, Bob videotaped
that
it.
on.
We went up there with our videotape demanding airtime.
Yeah, because the law, the Education Act of 1980 something, that's why I say in the 80s, because the federal law was enacted in the 80s that said communities have a legal right to public access channels. The
maybe
cable companies have to provide that. So we enacted that, but it's slow. That's more than 10 years, almost 15 years now.
But we were smart enough at the start to get Channel 5 because they have a tendency to put something on Channel 21 or
Well, it's
25.
channel 1 is the public access channel for our area. But because we got started first,
Yes.
they gave us our little enclave here of just Schuyler County. But it really, it's still most of the bulletin board. And I expected 10 years ago that people in Schuyler County would start making their own videos and giving them to me, and I would put on their videos, the videos that the community was producing. But that hasn't happened.
They wanted you to go produce them.
They want me to produce it. For free.
for free.
Wait a minute. For free, I'll do so much. So it really hasn't developed.
Okay, other than what
now
we see here.
there is it's shared with the education. The school has a share in this, but even they haven't. They're started. They have a high school TV studio in the high school there, and then they're putting on a daily news program. But they don't have. You don't see all the football games or the basketball games or the assembly programs, because I think maybe
You're
because
almost
it's
right.
expensive to hire people to do
to do
that,
that.
and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. You really have to hire two people to produce things. You need somebody to work with the kids to get programs together, and then you need to have an engineer specific to television broadcasting. You just can't have a general technology coordinator or something like that. You got to have somebody who really knows
TV.
television. And that really isn't a teacher. That's a techie, somebody who understands plugs and wiring and stuff and color balances, stuff like that. So it's slow developing, but that's okay. I can't go much faster. Some couple young kids come along. Somebody in their 20s and 30s and got full of energy. God bless them. Come along and do it. Develop the Channel 5 so we can really get 24-hour programming of local interest, of local people producing stuff. And, is that what you wanted to?
We produced something for school.
We do produce things for school. That's I like doing that, going in there and interviewing some teachers and videotaping school programs.
Well, I'm talking about my senior teacher.
Oh, your senior teacher project.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I wanted to tell everybody the secret password. Now let's see how we can get.
Well, wait a minute.
Jump that gap.
Let's just get secret password. Kind of, it's a red light, gets everybody excited.
What's the password?
What? There's a reading program in the Watkins-led schools. Reading, it's and the reading series, the books that they use, from grade kindergarten up to
I think it's through 6th grade.
through grade. It's the Harcourt.
Harcourt,
Harcourt. Harcourt.
Harcourt.
That's the book company, and they publish books, workbooks, and all kinds of books, different grade 1, grade 2, different levels. But they also have a website that goes along with it, so that if your kid is in 1st grade, you can go to the website and go to the 1st grade stuff, and it's the exact same stuff that's in the textbook, same type of exercises and vocabulary list and phonics and all that kind of stuff.
It's a helper.
The helpers
To enhance.
is on the website.
Sweet.
So you can do both. So you as a parent can know exactly what the kids are learning in the elementary school in Watkins Glen just by going to that website. And your kid can go on there too to do extra work. They have little exercises and drills that the kids can do online. But you need a password to get on there.
Yes, so someone emailed me and pointed that out to me, that they went to the site, harcourtschools.com, and they got to the learning center part. They got to the reading part, but then they were asked to give the name of the school, the state they were in, and the password. And so they were stopped dead. They did not know the password.
So they asked you, it's just not for everybody.
Right.
It's just for the schools that use the textbooks.
Right. Yes. So
it's not open to the general public.
we earned the privilege to use the site when we spent all our big bucks on all of these reading materials. So I'm going to tell you, when it asks you the name of the school,
Well, you give them the site first, the URL.
harcourtschools.com.
Harcourt Schools, one word, small case, right? Harcourt
Yes, lowercase.
Schools, one
Dot
word,
com.
.com. And you'll get to the site, and you have to type in some information there.
Yes, right.
And what is that information?
The Watkins Glen Elementary School is the name of our school. We are in New York State. Now, those two things are pretty easy to figure out.
We're definitely in New York.
But it wouldn't work to put WGES. You have to spell out
Watkins Glen Elementary School.
And then the password is any of the authors' names who wrote your series.
Now wait a minute. You mean so you go to your kid's reading book, and on the cover is the author's name.
There's many authors.
Any one of them
Any
will
one
do.
of them will get you in.
So you-
But let me tell you the easiest, simplest author's name.
All right.
Well, that's what I use. I use the simplest thing because the memory isn't too good. So you type in Roser, R-O-S-E-R. That's one of the
Roser, R-O-S-E-R.
Yes, Roser.
Roser. That's all.
That's the one you should use.
So you don't type in the whole name?
No,
Just the last name. Just the last name.
Capital letters are not necessary. So
Small
just lowercase letters.
Roser.
R-O-S.
So the website is harcourtschools.com, and you put in information, Watkins Glen Elementary School,
Yes.
and the state is New York, and they'll ask you for the password, and that'll be Roser. And if you can't remember Roser, it's the last name of any of the authors of your child's reading textbook.
Series. Yeah.
Now they take those reading textbooks home.
I hope so.
And you know that the nice thing about it, there's a schedule. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and it's the same. Every Monday they do something, every Tuesday they do something, every Wednesday they do the same. You know, every Monday they have a routine, and there's a Tuesday routine, a Wednesday routine, and you can find that on the website also. Am I right?
Well, they do give you a printout of days of the week and what you can practice on.
and
which
so you
days.
follow it on the website, and it'll be the same
It's
stuff
not
that you're.
exactly the same, but it is the same material.
Right, so it's not the same story because
Right.
the kids would be
That would be a
bored
little bored.
to read the same, but it's
Yes.
got the same vocabulary
Yes, you can
and the
study
same
the words
lesson that
there.
they're trying to teach that day.
Yes,
of
whatever the
or
phonics
something.
lesson is, and it explains to you what the different lessons are.
All right.
And there's a test practice.
Oh, a practice
Yeah,
test.
so Thursday nights you're at home, you go to the site, you practice for your test.
Now, next year or this year,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to make a video for parents on math, elementary school math.
Yes, that'll be a challenge.
Yeah, because you're a reading teacher.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to go around. You can do your reading, and I'm going to go around to the math teachers and get some video
Some information and videos.
and spy on. Well, I'll talk with them,
Yeah.
find out how they do it. So we'll make the same workshop thing
Something
for
like that.
the math parent for the parents, so they'll know what their kids are doing in math, and they can follow along there too. Now, they use Scott's Forsman, do you think, or you don't? We don't know
Yes,
for
I do
sure.
think so. But I'm not absolutely sure what they use.
That's still in formation because they've been changing administrators and they're changing things, and I don't know that that's. But the Harcourt thing is pretty much in place. Am I
We
right?
just bought those books.
So that's
better be
new.
there
That they
for a
just
while.
brand new books. So it isn't likely they're going to change that in the next few years.
Right.
Waste all that money.
Right.
But the math thing is that in
Their
formation
new
now?
books also pretty new.
New stuff. I just got to find out what it
We
is,
just need to-
so we can
Part of our investigation will be what is it they use,
find
how
out
to
what it
use
is.
it.
Now we did it. The reading stuff, a 6-part series,
Yes. Okay.
and we're going to put that on television. What do we say? Thursday nights,
Thursday nights at 5.
5 o'clock,
5 o'clock on Channel 5.
and I'm going to put a loop also. So that I think like we'll put part 1 on. I don't know if we can do this. I don't because this is not time sensitive. You know what I mean? We're on tape. We might be playing this in the summer or something. But every week we're going to change it. We're going to put part 1 on one week. The following week put part 2, and then the next week part 3.
And you're only supposed to watch 15 of them.
Yeah, but I'm going to put everything on a 2-hour loop tape.
Yes. Okay.
So it'll start at 5 o'clock and it'll go all the way to 7 o'clock. Because I think at 7 o'clock, I think there's a church program that comes on.
Yes, there will be.
We'll see. I don't know if they're going to do that. They might be out of business now.
Okay, so that's why we do things and what we've done. And what to look for on Channel 5.
All right. Are we still going? I don't know.
Yes, I see a red light.
All right. That's all I wanted to talk about.
That was it. R-O-S-E-R.
It's hot under these lights.
Yes, it is.
Well, I don't know. You got to try doing television sometimes. You get in these moments where, what am I going to say now? Here, I got to get out of this spot. Hey, that's all we're going to say. You want to say anything?
Say no more.
God bless you and bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.